Nice. Wow, we're back. Let me get my stuff adjusted here. It's great to be back. Let's make sure we're live. Let's take a peek. Wow, kind of cool. All right. Well, that's cool. I guess I'll just set this little guy right here. I kind of see this. Just getting a ton of YouTube notifications while I'm looking at this live stream on my phone. Okay, well, anyway, my name is Mark Joe Szymanski. This is my channel. I talk about website development, agency owner life, business, general topics, things like that. In this video, in this live video here, first one in quite some time, if you go back on this channel, you'll see that I did probably, I don't know, upwards of 120 live streams a few years ago. Just like random things, talking every single night about the stuff that I was doing, things that I had going on, and everything like that. But what I'm doing today is I am rebuilding my website. So figured I would just go live here, work on it, kind of like a little co-working type thing. And if anybody pops in, I normally kind of think these things out and kind of talk through what I'm doing anyway. So I'll just make a live video about this. If anybody pops in, feel free to ask some questions, and and kind of talk about what I'm going to do. I do think that I'm going to go over this as well in some videos and maybe a subsequent live stream when I am actually done with this. but yeah, so there's a lot of stuff here. So yeah, so on the front end, I mean, we can go over anything. If anybody, like I said, if anybody pops in and wants to ask some questions, we can do that. But what I'm going to do today here specifically is yesterday and last night, I have basically a list, a spreadsheet of over 230 tools that are really helpful for me as a developer, things that I've used throughout my career, developer, designer, agency owner, business owner, whatever you want to call it. There, all of these tools are really for that. And obviously, this is not done. This is what I'm going to be working on here. So I got to grab a lot of different icons and images and things like that. We're building in WordPress with Elementor, Jet Engine, and the lot there. So we have to make this look better and make this usable, because my goal would be for people to, my goal is to talk about these tools and subsequent, like other, content types on this, put that content out there, and then drive people to the website to really just give them free value. Honestly, I have no plans on directly monetizing any of this. I mean, my business Find a Tech that builds websites is, the service provider. The couple ways that I see my personal brand and this piece of this actually monetizing is just ad revenue through YouTube, affiliate money through some of these things. If anybody signs up for the tools that I talk about, if they like them and they want to support the channel and support me as as like a individual and business owner, then a lot of these will have affiliate links attached to them. And then the third way would be consulting, which is something that I'm also kind of working on here, getting that all complete. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be kind of passive. I just figure I'm gonna be working on this anyway, so I'm turning the camera on. So I'm gonna literally just think about the way that I would go about this. Now, all right, so let's honestly just dive in. Like I said, if unless there's some input, then I'm just gonna do what I would normally do, and some of it might be silent, but a lot of it I'm kind of gonna talk through. So what I'm looking at here is a tools page, like I said, right? And each one of these tools needs to have a certain amount of things. So like if we click into 301 redirects, and each of them is going to have their own single, which is not developed yet, which might be a good idea to kind of do there. But as a high level of what the tool post type currently is like, it's got a title, it's got obviously a slug there. It has categories and it has tags. It has icon, which is this piece right here. It's mapped to right there right now. It's got a logo, which is still kind of in flux. It's got a short description, which goes right under here. I don't see any that have it right now, but like they'll do like quickly, if I could spell, redirect, quickly create and manage redirection links from your domain or something like that. From your domain, I don't know. This is like a super quick description. So we update, and then right now it shows right here. Which this is another thing I'm gonna have to deal with, like caching and object, like server caching and then actual caching. This page is built with Jet Engine, so all these things are loaded dynamically. There's a lot. There's 200 and some things on this page, so it takes a couple extra seconds to load this, but that is hopefully going to get fixed when I'm done developing. But anyway, so like 301 redirects, quickly create, so that's where your little thing goes. So like, again, have a ton of stuff to do. I got to put all those in. I got to put all the icons in. It has a website link, which I'll be using on the single page, pricing model, type, which I still need to play around with, but like just what type of literal tool is it? Is it a plugin? Is it a theme? Is it a website? Is it SaaS? Is it equipment? I've got to figure out that. And then we have if it's a plugin or if it's a theme, then we have a link to the WordPress repository, so conditional logic there. And if it was a Chrome extension, we have that as well. That pops up. And then am I an affiliate of whatever product we're talking about here or tool? And in this case, it's no, but if it was, then I'd put the affiliate link in there. And then what I like about 301 redirects, I have no idea how I'm going to write all these things because this is a lot, but like I think that this is like the real value of this website specifically because it's a lot of good value, but it's also my opinion on those things. And so like with 301 redirects, it's literally just a simple plugin again that you can do it. So it's like, I don't know, it's like, it's free. I have no idea. I'm not going to write all these things on stream, but it's free and easy to use and something like that. And then what I dislike about it is like, I don't know. I don't even know if everything I have like is going to have a dislike, but like obviously the free version is limited. So like, that's kind of the idea. It would be like I'd put like more content in here, what I like about it, what I dislike about it. And then this is like a really cool part that I think I might try to build out on stream because it might be kind of interesting to kind of see how it evolves. I have two fields in here where it's like, is it in my current stack? And then why, like, so is it in my current stack? Yes. And then if it's yes, I say like literally what my current plan is. This is a bad example for that because I don't use that anymore. But if it was, and I was paying, $15 a month or whatever, I would say that. And then I would be like, okay, so Mark uses that. Cool. And he's on this plan. And I could put another field in there. It's like why I'm on that plan, but that's good enough for now. But if I don't, so imagine there's this single page, right? So you go to this 301 redirects page and it's just give me my opinions, like what I like, what I dislike, a little quick description about what it is and all that sort of stuff. Any related videos or resources that I've done. Yeah, we're going to build this page today. I think that'd be kind of cool. But at the bottom of this page, assume that you've looked at all that stuff, and then at the bottom it says, like it. So do I use this? Like, is this in my stack currently? And then the answer would be, like a check mark or an X or whatever. But in this case, it would be no. And then the question would be like, well, if it's not in your stack, why is it not in your stack? I think that's like a really insightful thing because I've written a few of these already, and all of them have been like, I think it speaks to how you mature as a developer and as a business owner. So like this one, like I was using Rank Math, which is an SEO plugin, and even the free version of Rank Math that I'm using to do so much other stuff it has a redirect feature built into it that just does this. So as a WordPress developer specifically, you want to try to keep that plugin count as low as possible while still building robust and performant websites. And while this plugin is really good, if you really need like a free thing for redirection or whatever, as our example here, there is something else that I was already using that could do it. And there's no reason for an extra plugin if you have something that can already do it. And I just think that there's a lot of these types of examples built in this tool thing that like somebody is going to find like I'll talk about something, or they'll find it in this library of tools, and then they'll be like, oh, he doesn't use that anymore because he uses this other thing, because like he invested a little bit of money into a solution. Not even this case, but like a jet engine is another example. Like so many things I was using before that jet engine now does, and because I have that whole suite of tools, I don't need that other free stupid plugin that I'm great plugin if you're just trying to find some free, like a lot of these other ones. But you know what I'm saying, like I don't need it because I already have it in the other stuff. So I just think that's kind of insightful. So again, I could do a bunch of different things here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'll just kind of start here just to kind of play around with a little bit of this, because yesterday my big thing was playing around with everything that I had in the tools, all these different fields and everything like that. And then I had like a whole big spreadsheet that I had each one of these tools in with a lot of this different information. So last night, that was the last thing I did, was pulled everything in. So I think what I'll do today is try to design something. You'll see how bad of a actual designer I am if you follow along with this. You will see like what I am trying to do here with the single page. So again, you're on the tools page. You click into a specific tool rather. And then on this page, I want to have a lot of different things. And I have zero idea how to design it yet. So that's literally the process we're going to go through right now. All right, so this is going to be painful. I apologize because I'm pretty shitty at this. But also, random thing I'll talk through while I'm actually doing this is the other thing that I started literally yesterday, maybe the day before, is I had never used the grid builder before. And I'm actually really confused on what the hell just happened right there. I thought that the grid normally doesn't have containers in it, but did that just have yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there. But yeah, normally I've never used the grid builder. I've used the Flexbox, which is great. Like I really love that. Way better than sections and columns. We're in Elementor here, if you're familiar with it. But I hadn't used the grid, like really the CSS grid, which the naming convention is awful here. The fact that like they have grid and then they have like loop grid and stuff, and like you have to understand that it's a CSS grid. Like it's just it's all very weird. But I'd never used it, so I think that this is something that with the little bit of things that I did with that tools layout and everything like that, like it kind of does make a little bit more sense to me. And I think that I'll be trying to utilize it more because I think it is the right way to do it. So yeah. All right. So basically what I'm kind of trying to do here is, I know you can't really tell what any of this is. So let me try to, can I do a preview here? Let's do a preview of, what would be a good example? Would 301 redirects be a good example? I guess let's try that one first. So this is just going to populate some data so we can actually see what we're looking at here. It's actually not a good example because there's because it doesn't have an image up there. Let's do maybe accessibility instead for now, because I know this one has an image. All right, so here's what we're doing here. We are trying to create a single page, basically like if you're familiar with a single blog post, that's what we're trying to create. This is not a blog post, obviously. It's just a single custom post type, in this case, a tool. So when they click into the tool, this is what they see. A lot of different schools of thoughts, ideas, and like I said, I'm a bad designer, so we're going to play around with this and we're going to see what it is. My vision for this, I'm going to try to just be like really kind of just flowy with this right now and not really care too much, definitely not care too much about styling, because there's a little bit of styling stuff that I'd still like to figure out and do. But I'm just going to kind of move some stuff around, kind of play around, because I know what I want to display on this page. I just have no idea where I want it. So I just had a great idea here. So like, is blank in my current stack, which isn't going to work for everything. But I'll just say I had an idea to put like the variable in there, but it's not going to work with every title that I have, because like some of them are like equipment and stuff. Could be an interesting idea. Hey Jesse, thanks buddy. I don't know what this heart does, but oh, yep, I don't know what that is. Okay, heart doesn't work. I got a little heart emoji over here. It's not working out, but cool. Oh, you have to sign into chat. What the hell? That's dumb. Okay. Anyway, so what do we want to do here? So like, I'll just put like, do I use it? Just as an example. Do I currently use it? If I could type. All right. All right. So do I currently use it? Like as an example. And then my first thought was literally just like an icon. So like either like a red icon or literally just like a check mark or an X. So let's just see if my so dumb how they do that as well. Let's do, this is green. Where are we at here? Green. Let's do this. And this will all make sense in a moment. I'm actually not going to use the accent color for that because I always want it to be red. Okay. So do I currently use it? And then this would be, and I'll just show you a little bit of quick dynamic stuff here. So again, spare me on the design, okay? But we're not there yet. But the concept is, do I currently use this? And then if this is the wrong thing, but if this is down here, if is currently in my stack, if it's yes, then the check mark would show up. If it's no, then the X would show up. So what I do here is I would go here, I'd go dynamic visibility. We're operating off of this check mark, and then show this if the condition, if it's equal to the field, which I'll just copy, if in my current stack, copy that field, is equal to yes. I don't think I have to capitalize it, but I will. So show this check mark if in my current stack is equal to yes. Boom. And then come over here and do the exact opposite and say is equal to, you do it, obviously you do the logic differently, but is equal to no. So update. All right, so now if we go back to this page, 301 redirects is not in our stack. So if we do it, then it says no. And if we change it to yes, then it would change back to a little check mark. That's pretty sick. So as simple as that was, that's done. And then the next thing I would do probably is put another one down here and be like, just for fun, we could say, why not? So like this is a container and this would be why not. And then I would say, like a text editor. And I'm just going to center that for now because this is going to be probably kind of small. Let's get rid of this, go here. So why not? Why is it not in our stack? This is going to be this whole container here, the header and this thing that I'm putting underneath this text editor is only going to show up, again, if it's no. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So if we go, but what I need is I need to actually show what I'm going to say here. So this is a text editor, and I'm going to put dynamic data into the text editor, meaning that the text editor is going to show whatever is in the why I don't use it field, which, as we saw before, the rank math, in this other case here, this 301 redirects one, the rank math thing is the example that we're using for that field. So one more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do dynamic visibility on this, and I'm going to say show it if actually I'm going to do this one differently. I could say show if this field is equal to no. Like, do I currently use it? If that's no, then show this container down here. Why not in this thing? However, just because, I'm going to try to go crazy logic here. Just because I click no here does not mean that there's data to show down here. So in a situation where like I click no, it's not in my stack, but I don't have a reason why I don't use it or something like that, I don't want to show this thing. I don't want to show this because it'd just be empty data. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to say show this element if the condition is met. I'm going to say exists, and then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to grab this field. So why I don't use it. So what this means is that if there is anything in this field, why I don't use it, if I have written a reason in there, then show this container here with this section basically of this stuff. If I didn't write anything in there, then don't show it because there's nothing to be seen. So there you go. So do I currently use it? And why not? So I like that. I like the concept of that section. Doesn't look very great right now, but I like the concept of that section. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if we have any good related videos or resources to, as an example, but I am going to do something else here. I'm going to duplicate down here. I don't know where I want to put these yet, but this is a really cool and powerful thing that I want to do on this website is really like make everything very intertwined. So this is the tool page, but I also have videos, I also have resources, I also have books, all different content types. So a lot of them have relations built together. So like if I make a video about Accessibility, then the tool in that video will be connected, and then that video will pop up down here in that section, for instance. So to give you an actual good look at that, I think we could just go like this maybe, just to skip that page. So this is a tool called Grid Pane, and I do actually currently use it. That's messed up, but I think the data is just messed up on the back end. But so like Grid Pane, for instance, and then related videos. So this tool, Grid Pane, is related to this specific video that I have posted on here right now. So the idea is that if you're looking for tools, okay, so if you're looking at that big tool list and then you filter by hosting or something like that, and then you click on Grid Pane and you come to this page and you see my description, my thoughts, my whatever on it, you could also see supplemental to the description or why I like it, why I don't like it, do I currently use it. You could see any videos that I've done about it or any related resources that are related to it. So yeah, I think that's like a really cool feature. So then they just click on this and they go over to the video, which is going to play. So shush, there you go. And then this is like a single video page, which I still need to play around with and everything. But yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a sick site. I mean, we have a lot of value to provide, a lot of data here, a lot of cool stuff. So yeah. So yeah. So I think let's go back to here and let's try to play around with this. Now we have a lot of different pieces of information that I would like to put on here. And I think there's a ton of different ways that I can do it, but just for super simplicity and also doing this in a live setting, I'm going to try to just do it like this. So like I'm throwing in a heading here, and I'm going to say a custom field, and we're back at the tools, right? So we have short description, which right now is currently at the top. We have a website link. We have, I'm trying to think of the data that we have here. So like, this is a good one to start with. So like pricing model. So I have no idea what I'm actually going to call these and how I'm going to display each one of these, but an example would be before this would be, so we put in a pricing model, the pricing model thing. So Accessibility, so there's in the way that I'm doing this, there's three pricing models, three options for pricing model in that pricing model field. There is free, freemium, and paid. Free is like a free Chrome extension that literally costs you nothing. You could, or Chrome extension is an example, but a free piece of software, free whatever, that there's no real way to pay for it, or maybe there's a way to pay for it, but it's pretty much free. Okay. Freemium would be something that has paid options, but you could pretty much use it forever if you wanted to for free. Something like, I don't know, any sort of SaaS product that normally says like the free tier, right? So there's that, and then there's paid, which is like you're not using it unless you pay for it. So in this case, with Accessibility, here is our little example here, pricing model paid. So all I did was I dropped that in as a header, turned it to like a paragraph or whatever. I put the custom field of pricing model in there, so that was the paid part, and then I put before it, I have it say like pricing model, basically. So again, I'm not saying design-wise this is good, but that's the concept there. And then what other fields do we have here? So we have a website link, which I'm probably going to turn into a button, but just while we're here, I'm going to just try to do this. So like, I'll just do it like this, just so we can kind of have a visual of everything that I have on the front end, because obviously we have it on the back end, but we're operating with the front in mind right now. So let's do another one. So we have the website, we have pricing model, we have what else we got here? We have types, which is going to be interesting. So like when I say types, my thought was that's the current thing for that's like the current forms, I guess, that the tool could be in. So for instance, Accessibility is kind of like a SaaS, but it also has a WordPress plugin, and you could just like, I'm trying to give people like an understanding of like how this tool interacts with whatever. And again, maybe Accessibility isn't the greatest example for that, but just like giving them like a lot of different data on those different pieces there. Let's just keep going, because what I ultimately would really like to do is something like this, like a little section on the right side here, where if I could get this damn thing in the actual, get in there. I'll just do it over here. All right. So like this would be like, again, I don't know, but quick facts. So like, definitely like a link to the website, what the pricing model is, just so they can see it like immediately, the types of whatever it is. And then if it has a WordPress repository link, this is the other thing too, is like, it's not a great example, because that one would definitely be a dynamic visibility. So only show that if it's a plugin or a theme, because anything else, like it actually won't have data in there. So that's another example. And then what else we got here? Chrome Web Store link. So again, another example. If it's these will probably be buttons. I mean, I'm just putting all this stuff on here right now, but those would probably be buttons, because it's like, oh, go out and get it if you want. Then am I affiliate link? Definitely need to put that somewhere. Okay, so let's try this then. So we do, let's do another one like this just for now. Actually, it might be really cool to have, a split screen type thing here. And again, design's so bad, but like it might be really cool to have a split screen thing here, where we go like this and we say what I like, and then like that's not the right thing that I wanted to do. What I dislike, and then kind of just have like back and forth, like an example, like whatever. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna look, but not great probably. But the idea would be that where are we at here? The idea would be that we have something like this, again, just to give it more of a personal touch, more of like an actual value from my side of things here. We could always play with this, but example would be come down here and we set that text to what I like, and we set this text to what I dislike. And we're not going to have any data in here. I think I wrote that in the other one. Oops. All right. So something like that. And then if we go back to tools real quick and we come into 301 redirects, select something like this. Did I not? I didn't update this one. So update, refresh. This will give us a little bit of an idea. So again, this is an awful design, just shit everywhere. But my point is that, like, I'm going to have the title, I'm going to have the logo, I'm going to have like a quick explanation. I might have a deeper description based off of like what I could do with it and stuff like that. Quick facts or quick links out to whatever it is. And then what I like about it, what I dislike about it, and then do I currently use it? And then if not, what? If yes, which plan? If not, you know, like which plan, what did I pay? And then if not, why I don't use it. I really like this. I mean, I know this doesn't look very good right now, but I really like this concept and this flow. I think it gives like a lot of cool different value. And if you actually cared about any of these tools, and like you were researching any of them or whatever like that, if you stumbled upon this or, you know, if you saw a video on it and you got more information, I think this is valuable. We'll find out though, if other people think it's valuable, but yeah. So I like that. Okay, cool. So, where do we go from here, basically? I think we can definitely do at least one more thing. So we'll duplicate this, and we'll say, I'll actually do it like this, sure. And then say which plan am I on? Let me do capitalize this. And then capitalize this too. So I'm just styling this a little bit. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. All right. So then this would be a custom field. And it would be my current plan. And this container would only be seen, again, the opposite. So just create a new container, and then exists be, I think it's my current plan. So an example would be maybe affiliate WP. No, because I don't have that thing. Also, can you do multiple? I could do another thing too, because like here's an example of how this logic doesn't necessarily work. Is if it's no, but there's something in here, then it still shows it, which isn't entirely ideal, but truthfully probably won't happen because the data will be clean, because it's not clean right now. But let's just go to affiliate WP as an example. So if we scroll down and we say, is it currently in my stack? Yes. And then it has that data in there. Then we go up here, and this is like this would be the other variant of that. So do I currently use it? Yes. Which plan am I on? Professional, $5.99 a year. So really cool concept there. I feel like just atrocious design right now, but I do like the direction that we're headed in there. So that's cool. All right. So where do we go next? That's pretty much honestly all of those pieces, and I don't really want to design this right now. So I think one other thing that I can do is potentially go over to that grid pane video, because I did see something that I want to look at there. So grid pane, go to this, pause this video, and then if I go to the single video layout, which is our same concept but for videos rather than tools, if I scroll down here, this is the part that I'm looking at here. If I scroll down, it says grid pane, and it's just like this right now. This is actually more that I think about it, this is the right thing. This is the right single. So if you look tool listing item, so that's the tool listing item. So we actually just need more information in there. And then, okay, cool. Nice. All right, now we're good on that. I'll show this off here while I'm at it. So this is my book library, if you will. Like, these are all the books that I have not read, but that I have been told to read, and that I will be reading. So yeah, there's a lot of them, and I'd like to do a little bit more. I think I want to do a little bit more of some filtering and everything available on here, but this was really cool how I did this yesterday. There's a little bit of an issue. I'll just talk about this real quick. I did and also I want each one of these to have a page too, a single. But let me show you what I mean. So like the book, yes, 50 scientifically, proven ways to get to persuasive, whatever. Like, that's this book. And this is, it's a listing item. It's shown here, whatever, dynamically. But down here, you can see like these names are a little weird, like the author's pieces. That's because these are repeaters. I set these as repeater fields so I could just like do it a little cleaner, so they're not all one specific like text box. And then the idea there would be that I could filter from this, and I don't actually know if this is going to work or not because I haven't figured this out yet. But the concept would be if I could go to the books archive and I would have filters over here, and I could say like just simply filter by author, right? Maybe we'll just try to do this, but like there'd be authors here. So every single person, every single like basically every single repeater, I guess, choice, would be listed over here in the filters, and then I'd be able to do that. So this is actually like a really interesting thing, and I'm gonna literally try to do it right now. So if I go to Jet Engine Query Builder and I say add a new query, and I say all authors query. So again, there is a authors field. There's an authors meta field. It is a repeater query. What the hell? This might be super easy. Oh my God. Okay, cool. I don't know how to use this, but yeah. So like preview results. So 0 query arguments, field key, no idea. Compare equal to. I literally just want all of them. I don't want anything specific. And then say interesting. So this is definitely, I think this is definitely going to work somehow. So like it's literally just all of them. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, my point here is like I don't actually even know how to do this, but the concept is create a query that gets all of the repeater fields, and then go over to, I think this is how you would do it, because I don't know if there's a better way to do this, and then go over, and I tried the author field already, so then we'll try a query builder, and we'll say all authors query, and then get property to get values from, ID, property to get label from, I don't think I need that. Query variable. Okay, possibly. Then update this. Let's see if something happened on the front end at all here. No. I have something here, I think, but I don't know if I have it actually dropped in here yet. But yeah, so like something I'm trying to figure out here, where have a all I'm trying to do with this, to be completely honest with you, is for the books, I want the same thing to happen for the books as I do with the tools. So on the tools side of it, we have, this is going to get different, but this was like the first crack at this. So these are the categories that I have all these tools separated into, not fully done yet with the data, but like the concept there would also be like, type and different stuff like that. So you could filter differently, but with the categories, that's kind of the same thing, but I would say filter by author over on the books. And underneath it would be like, I would think, just different lines of like every unique author. So Jordan Peterson, Patrick Lencioni, David Goggins, whatever. And then you check that, and then only that one pops up. I know there's a way to do that. It's actually just way easier with other fields other than like a repeater field, it seems like. But yeah, got to play with that still. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll say filter by author. We'll do that just for fun there. We'll get out of that. Get out of this. Yeah, I'm just kind of confused on how the repeater query works. I've never done that before. So, yeah, I literally have no idea because it's not showing me any previews. So, it is what it is. Anywho, anything else here? I think that's honestly kind of it. I mean, the rest of it would literally just be me. These are kind of really shitty right now, but also I'll show this off real quick just so you can see it today, and then it'll be different later. But so like this is like this would be like a presentation basically, in a sense. I use Google Slides for my project proposals, so the idea would be that I would give a rundown of like how I use this project proposal, what it's used for, blah, 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 whatever. And then you can click this button, and then you could copy a Google slide presentation right into your Google Drive or whatever. And it'd be just like the template that I, use. This one would be a snippet, right? And these are okay. I need to say this, that these are all these are all resources. So the way in my mind that I'm differentiating all these things, tools are things that I didn't build. Tools are things that I utilize, but I'm either paying for or somebody else built them, whatever, they're free, however, whatever. But resources are things that I have either created myself just from inspiration or whatever, and that I use, or things that I've like at least modified very heavily from the original like concept or what have you. And just things that I use in my business for technical reasons, business reasons, whatever. So like for this is another example. So like, and there's different types of resources that I have built in here. So there's presentations, documents, spreadsheets, code snippets, scripts, right? All different stuff. So this one would be a snippet, and it's jet engine, archive ordering template, and like how I use a snippet, whatever, you could write it down, but then get your copy of the snippet. That's not supposed to be there, but like this is like the actual, snippet. You copy it, you put it wherever, and I would have like, the idea probably with most 95% of the snippets would be that there would be a related video. And then that related video would be, here's the thing that happens all the time. You make a video about how I use this little snippet to fix something. And then it's like, well, where do I put the snippet? It's like I could put it millions of places, but you don't want to put it in the description of a YouTube video necessarily. The best place to put it is to like put it on a page somewhere like this in a code editor, even though this is kind of messed up. So the tabbing is wrong, the spacing on there, but regardless, put it somewhere like this so somebody can go to it, like almost like a blog post or whatever, and they can go to it and they can see it, and then they can copy it or whatever, and then they can also look around your site more too if they're interested in that. But that would be like, make a video about how to use this, relate that video, in the bottom here, but then on YouTube, wherever you post it, put a link to this page. So it's like, hey, if you want the snippet, go to this page. So that's the concept there. So I'm excited about that. And the other thing is, these are all resources, but you can see these pages all look different. It's not like the tools where everyone was kind of the same so far and we're just swapping out different information. Like literally the structure of this pages are different. Like this was a thing I had to deal with, right? And it's not fully complete yet, but if it's all based on type. So if it's a presentation, then there's no reason it should have a code snippet section, right? So that's just dynamic visibility. It's like, if snippet, show the block. If not snippet, if not, it's not going to show it. Same thing with this, like a button to download. Like I don't need a button to download. I know this is on here right now, but that's not supposed to be there. Like if it's a code snippet, it has this little copy button here. or they can just copy themselves. They don't need to download anything, so there's not going to be any like call to action buttons to download a presentation or anything like that. And then this one is a script, so this one's a little different. So like the concept here is this is an email script, and this is just like something that I put together to reset expectations and increase prices on my for my client, month to month stuff. So I put all this stuff in here, and this is like a thing that they could just literally copy and paste themselves into an email, change some things out or whatever, just some inspiration or whatever. So they could either literally copy this thing, or they can click this copy clipboard button and they can copy it. But my point is, like, this is another one. This could have been maybe a Google Doc, but I like having it on the website. That's just a random tip. If you can put more text on your website, it's better, just for literal general like domain authority and SEO stuff at a super high level. Like, not even, if you're talking about something, this is another reason why like every single video that I put on here is going to have a transcript, because I want to have literally like text. People say content is king. It's really almost like text at this point. Like video, yes, but at least previously in the history of the internet, you need to have the text on your website so Google can crawl that, see what your stuff is about, and then rank you, or assign more authority basically to what you're doing. So that was a lot of different stuff there, but yeah. So those are the resources. We talked about the books. Videos aren't necessarily done yet, but again, just kind of creating YouTube on the website. So each one of these videos is actually hosted and linked to via YouTube, but I'm also uploading them directly here. So like I'm uploading like the link, I'm uploading the transcript of the title, what have you, over to here. And they're all going to have, you'll definitely be able to search here. They'll probably have a category. That was a big thing I was struggling with yesterday. A lot of them will have tags. So the type of content and things like that. If I ever do any videos with other people, that would be another thing too. Like people, filter by people in the videos. That would be sick. So yeah. But as an example, click in here. So stop. It has the title, when I released it. This is literally just an embed from dynamically, but from YouTube. And then video transcript. This is what I'm talking about. This is everything that I said in this video. I mean, I still in 2023. If you slapped this video on your web page, on a page on your website, I don't believe that you're getting the SEO of whatever you're saying, other than just like the title and maybe like whatever, a little bit whatever in YouTube. But like, if you make a YouTube video about how to change a car tire and somebody types in how to change a car tire into Google, there is a chance, theoretically, bad example because probably a million people have done that, but there's a chance theoretically that you could pop up in like Google search. But if you don't have a page on your website, if you just slap the video on your website and the page isn't like built out properly to kind of like think about that and like have a lot of text on there, have a lot of content, then I think you're less likely. But the way that this video transcript concept works is like that content is on this page, even though it's kind of hidden like that in this little thing. And probably not a lot of people are going to click on this transcript because they're going to see the video and just watch the video. The idea would be that I'm still getting the SEO from that in a way. And I didn't have to write it, which is fantastic. I literally took the transcript from YouTube and then dropped it in ChatGPT to clean it up, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it comes out half decent most of the time once you get the query right. So yeah, so that's the concept there. So anything, like what I mean is like if I'm saying anything about keywords or anything like that in here, then hopefully that is moving us towards the idea of having, it's moving us towards the concept of increasing our domain authority or what have you on these topics with this. So I don't know. It's too early to tell really on that, but I've seen other people do that, and I think that's the case. So then description. So this is directly taken from YouTube. I literally just copy and paste it over into here. And, it could be a little better. These could be actual links, but it's not entirely necessary. Like most of the description actually isn't going to be necessary because these timestamps aren't going to work like this. They are already in the video. So like, that's not a huge deal. And you're not going to be able to click them down here. Not to mention, I don't think many people go to the description and click them. That's where you just have to put them. But the bigger thing is, like, for this video specifically, there, and I could actually do it real quick. I'll do it right now. This video is talking about Elementor Pro, Jet Engine, and Dynamic OO as a for instance, right? So if I go to this video on the back end, and then I scroll down and I say related tools, and I say connect tools, and I say Elementor, there we go. And then I connect that tool, and then I go here and I say Jet Engine, and then I say Dynamic OO, and I connect those. And then I come back up here, and then I come down here and I refresh this page. Now what we have is, this is like, again, I feel like the creme de la creme. Like they're on this page. They've been looking at the videos or whatever. They're talking about this, and like, yeah, on YouTube you can kind of see this. I actually might even want to kind of change the way this is, because I want people to actually see this. It's like, we mentioned these videos in, maybe put it as a sidebar or something, like tools mentioned in this video. Jet Engine, Dynamic Elementor. Okay, awesome. So like Mark just talked about those. That seemed really, interesting, whatever he was talking about. Cool, let me look into these. Then I click on Crock-A-Block Jet Engine, and then obviously this page is shitty right now, but like it has more information about it, some quick facts, whatever. Link to the page, whether it's an affiliate link, for that or whatever. And what I like, what I dislike, do I currently use it? And then again, more related videos. So like, they came from this video, but there's a very high likelihood that I have other videos related to that. So I could have done that, right? So just like the whole relation game is like so interesting, so cool, and something that's like so powerful in your website, because once you have like a bunch of different content types, you're probably going to be still in some sort of a niche, right? Like this niche specifically is websites, business, agency, like that type, the websites and business basically. And we'll say digital marketing and business basically. It's kind of like what I'm going to be talking about a lot on my website here. So all of the resources, tools, books, videos are going to be very similar in nature to that big overarching topics. So if there's a way to relate them, and dynamically, it's crazy. So I just love building websites like this. This is like amazing, and this one's mine, so that one's fun. So that's fun. But yeah, so super excited about this. Got to clean some things up and clean up the data and everything like that. We'll hop over to consulting real quick, but yeah, just consulting. Like I help. This design is just again completely awful, but I'm just playing around trying to figure out like how to actually sell this. I want this to be like a pretty decent, like actual, like consulting page. And there's just like a lot of different things that I kind of need to do. So like, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 1 hour calls, possibly some urgency saying that the prices are going to go up. I don't know. This one's just, there's a lot going on here. Because I do get people that ask me quite a bit, and I have no problem like helping, but like the one thing that I want to do is all of the resources, all the tools, all the books, all the videos, like all of that is like free knowledge that I've actually ambition to make a course, but I like the Alex Hormozy thing where it's like, just give it away for free. Like I just want to give away really, really high quality shit for free, because I learn, try and share everything I do. But the consulting, the time aspect, I don't think I can give that away for free. That I'm not just going to sit with you for hours and hours and hours to like that's where I have to draw the line. And I think that's a really good, easy differentiator. So that's what I'm thinking. Also, dark mode. Sick. Doesn't work perfectly. I don't know why it doesn't change the colors of icons. These are just font awesome icons that are like built in here. I don't know why it wouldn't put the little sepia thing on those. But yeah, I need a better homepage as well. But I really like where this is going. I think I'm going to kind of wrap this up here because this has been pretty good. I'm going to probably do a lot more. Probably going to do some data entry a little bit. Like I said, there's a ton of these. There's a ton of pictures, and I don't know a better way. If somebody knows a better way, I'd be happy to hear it. But like, I think that there's like certain things about building a website that just take a shit ton of time. Like if you want to build something like this, like seriously, there's 240 tools in here, and I need to get, you know, a logo, like an icon logo for pretty much every single one, because some of them have it already, but not many. And it's going to look beautiful when it's all done. I also have to write like all the descriptions and everything like that. Like there's a lot of shit. So, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff to do, but I don't think there's a way to make that faster other than like pay somebody to do it, because I can't think of a really good way to get all those. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. And this website will be launched definitely by the end of next week, because I need to get this up, because there's a lot of value here. I want to help people, and we need a minimum viable product. But it's looking great in my opinion. I'm a little biased, but I'm super happy about it, and I'm ready to take this to the next level here with some of the content, all the integration, intertwining of all the different things. Going to be more stuff's cool coming as well, and I will let you know when that takes place. So that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for